welcome back to Rugby Rodeo. I'm obviously Ellie Kildunne, and this is obviously my Sarries and England teammate, Jess Breach.
Full name.
Jessica Breach.
Oh.
We're going to start this off with some exciting news that Jess has got to share with everybody.
I'm re-signing for Sarries. Yay! Someone actually said to me during the week, they were like, you have a re-signing video every year. And I said, yeah, I only sign 1 year contracts.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
I know.
Like,
facts.
Like, you just don't know what life's going to be. You don't know where life's going to, what I'm going to be doing. Like, I was like, yeah, sorry. That's why I said, if you want that much attention, sign 1 year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was quite a cool video, actually. I have to admit, when the video was happening, wasn't really in the mood for the video. But obviously have a little cowboy hat on, sign on the dotted line, give the camera a little smile, and off we go. But I think for me, Sarries right now is the place where I want to be. I think we play really exciting rugby. I think we've got a good mixture of like backs and forwards. Obviously, we have the current World Player of the Year within our team. I mean, I like playing on a 4G pitch.
Yeah, and me.
I think it's really fast. Like, you know, the weather has been rubbish at the moment. So when it's been raining, I haven't got muddy. I've just got wet, which I think is a bonus.
What excites me about Sarries is the current media. Like, social media is popping off. It's current, you know, some of the events that I've seen that have been happening, crossing over the boys, the girls, but also like the community as well. Makes the club look very, very attractive.
Yeah.
It feels fresh, which it is, and it's something that other teams haven't done, but I think it's also kicked other teams up the arse to start doing it, because I love all these videos that are like reaction videos. Obviously, up until this point, it's just been in the men's, but I can expect the same type of thing to be happening in the women because we haven't played.
Yeah, I mean, we had Flo Williams on in season 1, and she's now taken over as the creative or director or something like that, like something along those lines. And she's worked really hard to rebrand Sarries to make it fashionable, stylish, for people to want to come, to people want to wear the shirt, that it's going to be an event. And I think we discussed that the stuff might not happen. So obviously you've seen the Red Bull can get squished, you've seen the bear get mold over. But she said we want to create the women's own identity. Yeah. So like, you know, we might not have those kind of things, but it might be different, or like it's
exciting.
Yeah, it is exciting.
It's like, I obviously watch a lot of rugby, and then when I see Sarries, the men win, I think, oh, what's coming now? Yeah. Like, where could it go?
I think it's exciting also that obviously we've seen it, but now other teams are doing it. So like obviously Sarries men lost to Quins,
and then they did something back. That's what I mean. Like, everyone's jumping on it now.
So I think that's really cool that, yes, fine, Sarries came up with the idea to start with, but I think now other people are jumping on that because it is cocky and it is a bit big-headed, and it's a bit like, well, if you're going to do that, if you then lose, it's going to come and bite you in the arse, we're going to do something to come back at you, and I think that is really cool. We also have some really exciting news at Sarries, that we've signed Kevin Rouet, the Canadian head coach, and I think we will be very, very more jouet rugby.
Don't give too much away, because remember, we are playing.
No, I know. I'm just saying that. But he came in a couple of times last year and did some coaching sessions, and I think he is a really fantastic coach. And you can see that within Canada being in the final. They play very expansive rugby, very creative, and I think it's actually really exciting to see where we can go with him coaching us alongside all the other fantastic coaches we have at Sarries.
Yeah, I think it'll be exciting for you. Obviously, as an outside back in particular, it's always music to your ears when you hear that an attack coach wants to play. Yeah. Obviously, we've had that difference at England, and we know what that's done to our game, us personally. But it just makes it more enjoyable to have all options. Because I know when we play against you guys, obviously you've got Zoe at 10, phenomenal kicker, and I kind of know that, okay, I'm going to have to sit back a little bit here. But when you then have the options to run a lot more, or the I guess, like, no pressure in what you should do in a game, quick kicking for touch. And it's like when we play against Canada, anything can happen. So yeah, it's gonna be very exciting to obviously play against. It's a big London derby, as it always is. 3:00 kickoff over at StoneX. So make sure you're there on TNT as well. So make sure that you're there. We'll be friends until that point, and then when the last whistle goes, we'll probably be friends during as well.
I think it's quite funny to not get into each other's head, because I don't think we do, but I think like it's nice friendly competition.
Yeah, I agree.
I've always loved the Quins Sarries game or Sarries Quins game, because obviously Quins still hold a bit in my heart, because obviously I played 6 years there, and I became an England player from playing at Quins and all that stuff. So I think I get really excited to play you guys. The team obviously has changed a lot since I was there, but I still have a couple of really good friends at Quins, like yourself and Lucy, Emma Sword. So I think like that's exciting for me. And
that's
I don't know
what I like about it as well. Yeah, it's like when you play against your friends, there's that added bit of like almost like entertainment.
Yeah,
and I don't wish any ill on anybody, but I like the banter that you end up having, or someone gets tackled and it's a bit of a giggle on the floor, and then are you actually okay?
Yeah, it's like, can I get up now, please?
I like all that, and it'll be an exciting game. It always is an exciting game against you guys, and it's the start of the season. Obviously, we've played one game by then, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But we need obviously people to come down. We've seen you all at Twickenham and all the other World Cup venues, but we need you down to these games especially, because it's just going to be just as good.
Yeah, the East Stand is nearly sold out as well, so you need to get your tickets as soon as possible. Like Ellie said, we want to see as many people there at the London derby, but we are going to play a quick London game, north or south, this or that.
Okay.
So this is exciting.
God, just answering from a true Yorkshire woman here.
I know.
London's London to me, to be fair. I class Reading as London.
Okay, so best London football team. Like in the north we have Arsenal and Tottenham, and then in the south we have Crystal Palace, Millwall and Charlton. So what teams would you say are better, like the north or the south?
The north, definitely.
So remember, Quins is in the south, just to give you that.
Yeah, but football is a wrong shaped ball anyway.
Okay, yeah, just saying.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree. Arsenal. So, yeah.
Best landmarks in the north. So in the north, you've got Hampstead Heath, Camden Market, Finsbury Park, Tottenham Stadium. Or in the south, you've got the Shard, Tower Bridge, Borough Market, London Eye.
South.
Really? North? Yeah. That checks out. I'm north, and I think that checks out as well.
Go on, why?
It's just very you. Like,
go on. Go on, dig me out. Go on.
No,
I know you want to.
No. But where I might go to like a quirky wine bar after going to the markets and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I go to the Shard.
The Shard, yes. Like it all checks out.
Yeah.
More down what I can imagine you doing.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
I go off social media even.
Yeah, no, it's fair. It's easier for me to get to, if I'm honest. Yeah. I live in the south, so
no, it is a pain to get to the north.
Why would I want to get to, Hampstead Heath?
Yeah, but Hampstead Heath is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I once went for like a morning swim there.
Yeah.
And it was Baltic. So I've never done like open swimming or anything like that. Anyway, went with my friend, and the lakes were like iced over.
Did they have, when it's like, it's been really cold, but the air temperature is a bit warmer and it has that like steam?
Yeah. So like the majority of the lakes were iced, but then obviously they'd somehow melted broken it. And I went and got my bikini on, and I had this like Budgie Smuggler's pineapple bikini, and then these ladies were walking out in like wetsuits, and they were laughing, and I was like, oh, is it that cold? I didn't do much swimming. I did like a frantic doggy paddle from one ladder to another ladder. But it's gorgeous there. Obviously we both got dogs, and I can imagine.
Yeah, Queen's Park's really nice as well in North London, but I would definitely say, that's south for me, absolutely.
Sorry, pause the questions, because Jess and I are currently absolutely starving. So we've just got ourselves some sandwiches. So if the pod does have crunching in it, just see it as ASMR and enjoy the experience. We have got something to try as well.
I'm just gonna let Ellie open it so we don't have the rattling.
I don't know what this sauce
Rob's
is.
literally looking. Sorry, our producer's looking at us like, can you just crack on with the podcast, please?
It's like honey.
Next one is best rappers. So in the north, we have Skepta, Jamie, Chip, Hedy, 1. Or in the south, we have Giggs, Stormzy, Dave.
South.
So I am a bit impartial.
I don't really listen to rap,
but I would probably go south because I know more of them. I don't really know any of the...
JME. Islington Wine Bar in the north or Peckham Rooftop in the south?
It all depends on what kind of day it is. If it's like a nice day, summer's day, I'm on a top of a roof bar, like rooftop, and it's nice, and I'm like, the cocktails are flowing, that. But I just think a wine bar is a bit more, could be a bit more sophisticated. Yeah, like you're really enjoying yourself. A cheese board, charcuterie, you know.
Olives.
Yeah, olives. So I think I'm going to go with Islington Wine Bar for sure. Okay, north pub roast or south bottomless brunch?
Pub roast.
So I hate roast dinner, so I'm going for bottomless brunch.
And finally, the Stoop or StoneX?
StoneX! Come on, you Sarries girlies!
Yeah, I'd say the Stoop, obviously. I don't like the travel to StoneX.
You like the sandy pitch, do you?
I don't mind it.
Really?
I do. If we could combine the two, I would love it.
Oh, and the results are in. God, that was quick, wasn't it? Ellie is north. And shock, I am south. Whoa. God, that wasn't a real shock.
Sorry, I've got sticky fingers.
Okay, so we did just take a pause then to eat our sandwiches because apparently it's not very nice to listen to us eat them. Okay, so it was a few weeks ago now, Ellie, but you went to the NFL.
I did.
What was it like? I've never been to an NFL game.
Did you not come in Canada?
Have been to an NFL game. Yep.
Okay, so it was at Wembley, and Jaggy was actually invited me to go along, hospitality and all that. But I didn't particularly know what I was doing. I knew I was in hospitality. They said, "Can you come do an interview at some point?" And I said, "Yeah, that's fine."
Were you with the other girls? Because a couple of our other girls went, didn't they?
Yeah, we were all together. They gave us some personalised jerseys.
That's so nice.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then I just got told that, you know, after the first quarter, can you come down pitch side? So I'd gone down, not again, thinking I was maybe doing like some social media thing. Took me over to where these cameras were and put some headphones on me. And I was speaking to these two guys. Then all of a sudden, one of the guys looked directly at the camera and was like, "And we're here with the world champion." And I literally looked up. I was on the big screen. I was like, "Oh my God." And then it was about 30 seconds of me going... And it was the longest 30 seconds of my whole entire life. I was like, I don't know why I'm waving like this anymore, but I'm still waving like this. And then just did like a little interview. But I didn't realise my mic was going out into the crowd because I had the headphones on. So it kind of knocked off my ear a little bit. And then I realised, God, everyone listening. And then the cringiest bit, and I just hope no one got a picture or anything like that. Oh, they were like, I had my medal on, of course, and they said, "Oh, can you hold up your medal?" So I held up the medal and smiled. And then the guy behind the camera was like, "Bite it."
Oh, no, you didn't. Did you?
I bit it and I was like, get it out. Oh. So cringy. The girls made sure that they had a giggle at that. So it was good. There was a lot of music breaks because obviously there's so much stoppage. So even,
it's like a show, isn't it?
Yeah, even though it's 15-minute quarters, when someone goes out, someone goes down, it stops. So, or a flag gets thrown on the floor by the refs. There's so much stoppage, and then the music comes on, and I have to say the music is so much better than in rugby.
Were you at the game that Giggs then performed at half time, or was that the week before?
I think it was the week before, yeah. But even things like that, like everyone's jumping on board, very like Americanized. But I think in rugby especially, we can probably learn from a thing or two. We've spoke about it before. 100%. Like learn a thing or two on how to, even though probably the majority of the crowd didn't know every single rule, you were still invested in the game.
I guess that relates back to like where Sarries are trying to like go to, isn't it? Like create the game as like an event that you want to come to. You don't want to miss it. And that's, I guess, a bit like the NFL. Like, I don't know if people knew that Giggs was playing 2 weeks ago, but if they did, they might have thought, well, I'm going to buy a ticket for the NFL because it's cheaper than buying a concert ticket. So I guess in a way like that creates more people and a different audience, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it was good. I enjoyed myself, and I said, "Look, can I come back?" And they said, "Yeah, come back whenever you want." Like, yeah, it was a really good experience. We did see each other the other day. Obviously, we went to Pride of Britain. If you guys didn't watch it on Thursday night, Pride of Britain's been happening at the moment, and what inspirational, like, moving evening. Yeah, it was absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what Pride of Britain was, but I'd never probably watched it on like ITV and stuff like that. But to actually go, I think was really special, and I feel really honoured to have been a part of that night, and to celebrate all the people that won an award. They're everyday people. They're people fighting, cancer or fighting social media bullies and trying to stand up to them and get laws in place. And I think it was really moving. And the one that stood out for me was his name's Zach, and he has cerebral palsy and epilepsy, and he changed the law, and it's called Zach's Law now, to that it's a criminal offence to send flashing images to harm someone that has epilepsy, or maybe even just to harm someone. And I just think he was something like 14 or 12 or something. He's really young, and I just think the power that he had, and that's going to change people's lives.
Yeah,
I just think it's incredible. And I also do think it's disgusting that people would send that kind of thing, but that that's what social media is. And then the other one that really moved me was the police officers that got an honourable mention and an award. This guy attacked random people in the streets, and Daniel, this young boy, died because he killed him with a machete, and the police just put themselves on the front line to protect like the public. And I think that was an amazing thing for them to get an honourable mention and a bravery award, because I just think that is what they do a really good job for. And there's so many celebrities, high class people within that room, really celebrated them, and I think that's what that event is about.
Yeah, 100%.
But you gave an award, didn't you?
Yeah, so I was actually quite involved with the whole of Pride of Britain, because I was part of the judging panel for it a few weeks before. So obviously heard all these stories, and the judging is so difficult because you go through each section, there's probably about 5 different stories that every single one of them deserve an award, deserve to be mentioned and celebrated. And yeah, it was just so hard to narrow people's stories down to one winner. And so I'd heard a lot of the stories prior, and it was like hugely like inspirational. Doesn't even really cover it, if I'm honest. And yeah, I ended up presenting an award to a young boy called Luke, whose story is absolutely incredible. So he's basically, he got meningitis when he was a lot younger. I think he was like 7 or 8 years old, and he got meningitis, and he ended up to save his life had to become a quadruple amputee. Now he raises money by doing challenges, so like hikes and walks and canoeing and all of these amazing things that, even for me, I'm like, God, that's a stretch for me to do that. So for a young kid to be in the position that he's in and doing that to raise money is incredible anyway. I'd expected, and it's wrong to expect it, but I kind of thought he might be in a wheelchair. And as soon as I was watching the VT, this kid was doing these walks, walking around himself, tackling rugby tackle bags.
Yeah, he's a massive rugby fan, isn't he?
Playing football in the street and just being a kid, like not having this thing happen to him and then using that as a barrier, almost using it as something that pushes him every day. And I really loved the way that he spoke and the way that he just articulated himself of just saying, like, just do it and just be you when you're going to do it. Anyway, so we went on stage, and I felt so nervous because it's such an incredible story. He spoke so well when he went up, and he's 11 or 12 now, and he spoke like he was a 28-year-old man who's been doing it forever and ever and ever. And he spoke so well in front of, like you said, a room of celebrities. Like JLS were there, like all the Love Island stars were there, Peter Andre was there, like like this room of just people that you always see on TV that we were even shocked to see and a bit starstruck by people. And this kid just got up and was just completely himself and really charming. And it was incredibly moving. And to obviously have all you guys there, knowing that I've helped choose these stories, it was nice to have everyone there to experience, because otherwise it'd be me like trying to tell you the story. But when you hear them and you see the thing, it just really hits you. And, you know, we're very, very lucky. We're in a very fortunate position, but also it reminds you that life can change just like that, and to appreciate life for what it is. But also I learned that I can be doing so much more. Like I can live life way more than I am already. And help people and guide people as much as I can do. Yeah, no, it was a very moving evening for sure. It was obviously also really nice having Mum there and you there to get ready together in the hotel before. We both wore some beautiful dresses that were styled by Tat. We'll plug her on some of the photos as well, because we both looked very, very pretty. We did look very pretty. But in Ellie fashion, I don't think it was necessarily me, but in Ellie fashion, we were running a little bit tight for time. I think it might run in your family. Sorry, Alison, I know you will be listening. Alison, bless her, she looked stunning as well, gorgeous. She just wanted to get a photo at every opportunity, which is fine. Like, these things don't come around very often, and you know, you do want to save. We weren't late. No, that's the thing. Red carpet got busy. Yeah. So we could have been there with a bit more time, but we weren't late. But we were a bit. Like, we need to get there. Yeah. Now. But Ellie has, however, already got a strike on her list. Technically not. I did message Jess and I said, what time do we need to be here? And she said it is a little bit unclear, because I couldn't listen to the voice note. And I was busy this morning and I literally ran off to get here, and I did get here before our guest. Yep. And then we started recording on time. So technically I don't have a strike. Technically. So Ellie and Rob have been arguing about if Ellie was late last week or not. And full disclosure, we are doing 2 in the same day. So she won't have one for this episode, because we are doing 2. So we are a week ahead. The meet time was 12 to 12:15 on our group that includes me, Ellie and Rob. The episode, however, didn't start recording until 12:30. I think it was later than that, quarter to. Sorry, judges talking. Our guest arrived after Ellie, which I then think is acceptable. Ellie also had read the brief. So she was all up to date with the questions, with what we were talking about. I am not going to give her a strike. However, you have to read the group. I did message you because I said I can't listen. It was a text message. There was no voice note. It was a message that said, and I will read it. I will actually read it. No, I did actually. Judge is speaking. Judge is speaking. It says, if we can get there tomorrow at 12/12:15, please, we'll do 2 episodes. That is quite clear with the timing. But I am feeling generous. You have just bought me a lobster roll. And can I also just say, just to add on to this, I did then message Jess, because I basically didn't see... I did see that, but then I said, hi, are we in at 12:30? Can't listen to the voice notes. And Jess did say, I think nearer to 12, and I did set off as soon as I could have done. And then she said, but it was quite confusing. Things happen. I was really busy this morning. Rob, do you want to give her a strike? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I didn't think you would. So currently, this is the chart that we'll put on the wall, and there's no strikes currently. Wasn't. But watch yourself, all right? This is a great time to go on to listeners' questions. Yay! Listeners. Questions. Listeners. Questions. Listeners. Questions. Listeners. Questions. Listeners' questions. Oh, Rob even had his little head tilt then. He enjoyed that one this week. All right, first question. Katie wants to know your most controversial opinion. Are you trying to get us cancelled? It's something simple, that reality TV is rubbish. So, like, Love Island is rubbish. It's all acting. And once you, know, the behind the scenes, 'cause obviously Jess and I do not Love Island, but we see what it's like to put together almost like a production from being part of campaigns and what have you. And as soon as you see that, I can't watch things normally without thinking, I know you've had to record that 5 or 6 times and you've been told to repeat what you've just said in a different tone. So when I watch this reality TV, I think, what a load of rubbish. It's not real. Like, you're arguing. It's not real. You've probably just done that 5 times.
Some scenes are made up to increase your entertainment or whatever it says on the tower. Yeah, no, I agree.
Rubbish.
Mine is that in rugby, being a wing is the easiest position.
Agree.
Give me some hate, I don't care. Jared asks, would you rather have to shout everything or say everything in a whisper?
Shout.
Really?
I hate having to repeat myself.
Yeah, and going when someone goes, pardon?
Yeah. And the thing is, I am a sucker. It's one of my toxic traits of going, huh? Knowing I've heard it.
Yeah.
I've heard it, but because I haven't given myself a couple of seconds to process what you've said, I'm just being lazy and going, Can you say that again? And when someone can't hear you and you know you've said it slow enough for them to hear it, you know they're not a person that's too lazy to hear it, and they go, pardon? You say it again, or on the phone when someone's breaking up. And
no, you can't do that. It makes me so angry.
But it gives me the same feeling.
Makes me so angry. When it's like, pardon?
Yeah.
Sorry, just didn't quite. I'm like, I hang up.
Yeah,
I'm not talking to you.
I do, honestly, I did it with my mum last night. She would say, oh wait, the sound's not working. I'd say the thing again. Oh, the sound's not working after I've finished saying it. And I'd be like, I can't say it again. But I'd have the same feeling whispering everything.
Fair
because someone would just be saying pardon all the time and I can't speak any louder.
But I hate that. Sorry, that's actually made me so angry. I hate it when the phone breaks up.
I know.
I just go.
And you might not know it from your side, but their side. Yeah. And then is it you? Is it on the train?
Oh,
it's the worst on the train. Paul asked, if you weren't a fullback and a wing, what position would you like to play? I've started to think 10, but in the way that Marcus Smith plays 10, not in the way that a Finn Smith or George Ford plays 10. Yeah. Going off of like like people that I don't know. I don't want to say like Zoe Harrison and Hoy. I'd rather people that I only watch and don't know. Because it is quite free flowing. But if not 13, and the only reason I say 13 is because I know it's one of the hardest places to tackle and to defend on the pitch is the 13.
So you would
13 channel.
Yeah.
But if you get it right, you make the biggest hits.
True, you do. And everyone then loves you. Yeah.
You have to be a good tackler anyway. But at fullback, I'm really going to make that massive hit that everyone's like, fair play. Because most of the time, it's luck of making the right read. Yeah. Whereas I look at 13 and I think, well, if I was playing 13, I could probably get to a point where I'm making big tackles. Yeah. Whereas I don't really get that opportunity all the time at fullback.
Yeah. I think I'd want to be a 9.
Really, back can't do that.
I just can't I like getting involved. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also you got to know everything.
Yeah,
like, they
I
go
know
over to the
everything anyway.
line-outs.
I do. Trust me, I could run our forward shape better than some of our forwards.
Line-outs.
The 9s aren't in the line-out.
No, but they go over and do line-outs for the forwards.
Yeah, only because they're nauseous. They don't have to do that.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, sorry. What?
Fair enough.
It's my question. Izzy asked, if you were mic'd up during a game, what would we hear? God, Ellie would swear left, right and centre.
Yeah, I chat so much on a pitch.
Rubbish. You chat absolute rubbish.
I do swear, but mostly to myself. Like, not outwardly.
There is a Quins, a video on Quins, Ellie's mic'd up doing kicking and bloody hell.
Yeah, I do. I do have,
beep, beep, beep.
When I'm kicking, I do like gain almost like anger because I just get frustrated with myself because it's such an isolated skill that if it goes wrong, it goes really wrong. But most time I'm just chat. Like, you get it like the most. I just chat all the time, irrelevant things, but I'm just painting pictures and narrating mostly to myself, but also I've got to check that I'm reading the same thing as what you're reading so that we can work together. So you probably get a load of rubbish like that.
I sometimes, like, when I'm on the pitch, I'm not, like, if there's a break, I just talk about something else. I don't know. I'll say something, oh, did you see that? Or did you see, or have you heard this song? Or did you, like, and that's what I sort of talk about.
Yeah. I'd love us to do it though.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I think
maybe we'll do it next time.
Frankie's asked, who's our dream guest on Rugby Rodeo?
Okay, a guest I think I'd really like to come on the podcast after speaking a lot to her when we went to the Tottenham Hotspurs training facilities is Beth England. I think we've, as England players, and obviously as club players, share a lot of similarities. And I think she had a lot to say about the Euros and obviously us with the World Cup. And I think that would be a really cool crossover if we could get her on and talk about football, talk about rugby, and I guess her growing up and playing again another male-dominated sport, and just to see what her perception is and opinion. And also, she lives only 5 minutes away from where I live, so that's it.
They can go for coffee and read the brief before.
She did ask if I wanted to go for a dog walk. So,
well, there you tag her. You coming on next time.
Lucy has asked, most chaotic off-field memory with each other. Mine is probably when we lived together. I have many, but I'm not sure if they're PG enough for the podcast, so I am really sorry.
That's
everyone.
what I am struggling with as well.
That's what we're struggling with. But I have one when we lived with the house. Obviously, we've done the scare thing before, and we've mentioned that on the podcast before. And I do think that's one of my most chaotic memories, that you were just outside the house, absolutely bricking it. No, you were inside the house, absolutely bricking it. And me and Holly were just scaring you from the outside. And I do think that is kind of funny.
No, it's funny.
But it's chaotic because you were inside, like literally panicking your arse off. And I just think it was hilarious because me and Holly knew it was us, but you had no idea that it was us, like scaring you, like knocking on the door, running away, all that stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was chaos. Like that whole period.
Chaos.
Of all trying to scare each other.
Chaos. Yeah, it was chaos.
Tim asked, what question do you hate being asked in interviews? There's many I hate.
Okay, I'm going to say one right now, and I'm really sorry to everyone. Oh, so how does it feel?
Hate that one.
Yep. Cool.
How do you describe a feeling when a feeling is like an emotion?
I just say,
a feeling is an emotion.
Yeah, I just go, I can't put into words how amazing it feels. And also, recently, and this isn't against any journalist or against anything that we've just gone through. Someone asked me, so how did it feel to play against Samoa? I was like, that was 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I have memory, but I'm only giving you an answer off how I think I felt, not how I actually felt.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because it's emotion.
It's not raw. So like, I'm not making it up, but I'm just thinking, that must have been how I felt.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I if I'm honest, I hate questions that's got no creativity. It's like trying to find a headline. I just have a little bit of creativity. You could type in England interviews and then just work out that a lot of them are the same, because I know you're trying to cover the same type of things, but I really enjoy it when it's like a personalised interview.
Or like put something in there that like makes me laugh or makes me like feel really like bubbly at the start. Like, so like what's your favourite flavour of crisp? Or, if you were to go out for dinner, like would it be a Wagamama's?
Yeah, you connect them with the
like,
and then
just make it a bit more and then be like, so when you did win, what were those emotions like? Or, what memory really stands out for you? Like that kind of let me flow first rather than go, how does it feel?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Where do I go with this?
Yeah.
But one that I really didn't like going through the World Cup. Firstly, I don't like anything that's controversial, because they're trying to find a headline, like I said. And I know that it's a business, but we're already briefed on what could come up, and you're not going to get an answer. So it's actually just wasting everyone's time, because you're not going to get anything, and we're smart with it. But I hate being asked like how we deal with pressure, whether that's on a personal level or as a team, because how would you deal with the pressure of being expected to win a World Cup in a home country off the back of losing the last World Cup? Is it a pressure, or is it just that
an expectation? Yeah.
Or is it just that it's a passion that's what you want to do?
Yeah.
And I think when you say pressure, it's always spun into pressure equals something negative. People break under pressure, blah blah blah, all of that type of thing. So I already feel like it's loading a negative thing.
Yeah.
Whereas I think if the question could be spun, and I always try to say, well, it's very cliche, but pressure's a privilege. Pressure to me it shows that people care, because we've set a narrative that people expect a lot.
Yeah.
No, and that's not a bad thing, but I just don't like it when people try get something negative out of you because I just shut off from it. And like I said, if it's something that I'm always asked on, my answer is always going to be the same. So you could probably just reference a different interview that I've done. But yeah, I hate that. So don't ever ask me it ever again, everybody.
Charlie asked, do you get to pick your roommate at England camp?
You do.
Yes.
You didn't used to. We went through a period where it was like randomised. Yeah. And I think now we're in a position, because we've built on our culture so much, as we've talked about pretty much every podcast now. But now I would be in a position that I actually wouldn't mind if they suddenly said to us, everyone's getting randomised, where I think when I was a little bit younger, I was like petrified to not be with one of my friends. But yeah, people have had the same roommates for a long time. Yeah. But I think that's probably come from the randomised ones, because we used to do, in competition you can keep the same, but in training camps it swaps every week.
It'll be interesting to see who Mo now shares with, because Mo and Skazzy obviously shared, and obviously now Skazzy has announced her retirement a couple of weeks ago. She will now have to find
a different room,
someone else, and there isn't normally loads of people available, so that will be interesting.
That is what's interesting, because someone gets injured and then it's something like, or someone doesn't get selected, and you think, so you need your backup, just in case. You
need like about 3,
because if like we normally write down actually number 1, and then there's 3 others that you can kind of choose from if that was to happen. But we have obviously had our roommates for a little while now, and it works for everybody, because everyone's got different personality traits, and you learn how to live together.
Live together, literally. What would be your top 3?
I can't remember what it was, but like,
okay, well now what would it be?
Meg, number 1. Obviously, she's been my roommate for a little while now. Thing is, I'll say people, but I know they wouldn't want a room with me, so then I wouldn't have a top 3. Luce Parker, I'd room with her. I'd room with you. I'd room with Maud. I've roomed with Maud before. I'd room with so many people, but what? What are you both smiling?
I'm not smiling at anything. Just name 3.
Well, that's that's my top 3.
Yeah, but you don't have to say your name.
I could room with anyone.
Same, sister.
So what would your top 3
The question was 3.
Yes, go on then.
Zoe, obviously. That's who I room with now. Kelsey, Clifford, and you'd be in there.
Perfect. Great questions, everybody.
Yeah.
Great questions.
That's sorry, nice. I don't know what that was. Sorry. I think I've now got a bit of energy for my sandwich.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, and I'm really anyway. Shout outs.
So first one, we know we love these ones. It's an international shout out for the University of Chicago women's rugby team, who say that they love us.
Oh, we love you too. I think
you're shouting us out by saying that.
Yeah, so. Kisses. And then our final shout out, only 2, no worries guys, is Bracknell under 14 girls, who are 3 wins from 3 in their cup and haven't conceded a single try.
Whoa, knowing them.
Oh my goodness. They also had an appearance on News Round. So well done, girls.
Yeah, that's very cool. Superstars.
So good. Well, the next time you will be hearing from us,
there will be a loser and there will be a winner. Or we could draw, but I doubt it.
A loser and there will be a winner. So, get your odds in the DMs. So before we play, we can see where people are backing. I'm sure we'll do like a little vote or something on the story. We hope you have a fantastic week and weekend.
And also at the game, as you can see behind us, is a very blank board. So this is a really cool opportunity to come down to the game, bring a poster, bring whatever you want. Obviously, you've seen above Jess's head just there. We got made a wooden cowboy hat. We got ball, whatever. We want to decorate this space and make it not just ours, but ours as the community of people that listen to us. So it could be a shout out that you put up on there, a shirt, whatever.
Yeah. So when you see it,
the game.
When you see it, if you watch it, you can see your stuff behind us.
Bring it to the game and we'll pop it up, and you're going to officially be with us as well as listening to us.
Absolutely. But for now,
yeehaw!